Hello, good morning, all of you. This is the part 5 of human reproduction. In this part 5, let us learn urethra and penis. Urethra and penis. In males, the urethra is the shared common terminal duct of reproductive and urinary systems. In urinary system as well as in reproductive system, it is the terminal duct. It is shared by two systems. Observe here. This is the urinary bladder. Urinary bladder is a part of excretory system or urinary system. From that urinary bladder, which is a part of excretory system, urine is passing through this one. Next one, through this urethra, semen is coming outside. Semen is a part of reproductive system. Reproductive organs are producing it. That means this blue colored urethra is shared by two systems. Another important point here. This is the epididymis. This is vas deferens. This is ejaculated duct. This is urethra. In these all ducts, what is the last one? Urethra. Epididymis, vas deferens. This is vas deferens. After that, there is ejaculated duct. After that, this is the terminal. Last part. That's why they use the term here terminal. In males, urethra is shared. Terminal means end, last. Terminal duct, shared terminal duct of reproductive and urinary system. Urinary system means excretory system. That is the first point. Second, the urethra originates from the neck of the urinary bladder. Neck of this urethra is originating from the neck of the urinary bladder. That is the next point. Here this part is the neck of the urinary bladder. The urethra originating from the neck of the urinary bladder. Where does it originate? It originates from the neck of the urinary bladder. Second point. Third point, it extends through the penis to its external opening called urethral meatus. It extends through the penis. What is this part? This is the penis. It extends through the penis to its terminal opening called urethral meatus, external urethral orifice. It is passing through the penis. That is the third point. It extends through the penis to its external opening called urethral meatus. Fourth point, urethra provides the exit for urine and semen during ejaculation in males. Through this, when semen is going out during ejaculation and urine is also going out. Those are the 4 points. In males, urethra is the shared common terminal duct of two systems. What are the reproductive and urinary? Urethra originates from, where does it originate? It originates from the neck of the urinary bladder. It extends through penis to its external opening called urethral meatus. What is its external opening? Urethral meatus. External opening is urethral meatus. The urethra provides exit for two things. It is the exit for urine. Urine is going, like when you go to movie theater, there is an exit. Here it is exit for urine. Urine is coming out and semen is also coming out during the ejaculation. Now we move on to the next part, that is penis. Penis and scrotum constitute the male external genitalia. What are the male external genitalia? Penis and scrotum constitute the male external genitalia. First point. Second point, the penis serves as a terminal duct. It serves as a urinal duct. That means urine passes through it. It also intromittent organ that transports spermatozoa into the vagina of the female. During the sexual intercourse, through this penis, the spermatozoa are transferred into the female body. That's why it is called intromittent organ. Okay, through as urine is passing through, it is called urinal duct. Okay, penis serves as one urinal duct. The other one, what is the next one? It also serves as intromittent organ that transfers sperms into the vagina of the female. Okay, next point 3. The human penis is made up of three columns of tissue. Okay, you can see the three columns here. This is one column, this is one column, this is one column. Okay, this is a section of the penis. Okay, this is the penis. When you cut here, okay, when we cut, we can find here three column. This is one column, this is one column, this is one column. Three columns of, it consists of three columns of tissue. Two upper two upper columns, corpora cavernosa on the dorsal side, on the dorsal aspect. Okay, this is the dorsal side. Okay, these two are called corpus cavernosum, single one. Okay, both when you say both together, you have to use corpora. When you say one, corpus. Okay, corpus cavernosum. Okay, singular word. Corpora cavernosa, plural word. Okay, how many columns are there on the dorsal side of the penis? Two. What do we call them? Corpora cavernosa. And one corpus spongiosum on the ventral side. This is the ventral side of the penis. Here what is present? Corpus spongiosum. If you observe this corpus spongiosum, urethra is not in these two. In these two, what you can observe here? Blood vessels. In this one, this yellow color one, you can see here is urethra, very important one. Urethra is present, you can see here. Okay, this is the urethra. Okay, this is urethra, this white line you can see here. Urethra is not present in this column. This is one column. What is this one? Corpora cavernosa. Corpora cavernosa, these two columns. In the middle, this is what is this one? Okay, this is a dark color one. Corpus spongiosum. In the middle of corpus spongiosum, what is going? Urethra. Okay, urethra is not in the upper columns, it is present in the lower column. Okay, I repeat here again from up to here. Penis and scrotum constitute the male external genitalia. What are the male external genitalia? First one, okay, penis and scrotum. Second point, it serves as, penis serving as two things. One, it is acting as urinal duct. Urine goes out. Another one, it acts as intromittent organ to transfer sperms into the female body as a female reproductive tract. It is made up of, penis is made up of how many columns? Three columns of tissue. What are they? Okay, two upper columns, corpora cavernosa, which are on the dorsal side, and corpus spongiosum, which is on the next. The skin and subcutaneous layer enclose all the three columns. Okay, skin and subcutaneous layer enclose all the three columns. Okay, the three columns are covered by skin and subcutaneous layer. Okay, skin, you can see here skin and subcutaneous layer, it is not shown here. Okay, skin and subcutaneous layer cover all the three columns. Okay, that is the next point. The corpora cavernosa consists of special tissue with spaces that are filled with blood. Okay, it consists of special spaces you can observe here. Okay, you can observe here there are trabeculae in the bone, also spongy bone. Spongy bone also consists of trabeculae. Here also there are special spaces, okay, to fill with blood. Okay, which one? Corpora cavernosa consists of special tissue with spaces that are filled with blood. Okay, that help in, when they are filled with blood, that help in erection of the penis to facilitate insemination. Okay, that's about corpora cavernosa. Next, the enlarged and bulbous end of the penis is called glans penis. The enlarged and bulbous end of the penis. Okay, here the important point. Okay, most of the students get confused here. Okay, this enlarged glans penis is formed by, whether it is formed by corpus cavernosum or corpora cavernosa or corpus spongiosum. The answer is corpus spongiosum, not the corpora cavernosa is not forming the glans penis. Glans penis is formed by corpus spongiosum. Important point that one. Okay, the corpora cavernosa insects. Next one, the help in erection. That is complete. The enlarged and bulbous end of penis is called glans penis, which is covered by a loose fold of skin called foreskin. That part is covered by loose fold of skin. Okay, that loose fold of skin is called as, this part is covered by loose fold of skin, that is called as foreskin, otherwise called prefuse. The urethra traverses the corpus spongiosum. Okay, this is the traverses. Okay, here the urethra is passing through which one? Not in these two columns. Urethra traverses, it passes. A river traverses through the forest. A river is passing through the forest. Like that, urethra is passing through the traverses through the urethra. Oh, sorry, corpus spongiosum. Okay, travels through the corpus spongiosum, and its opening is called urethral meatus. Lies at the tip of the. Okay, lies at the tip of the. Here you can see the foreskin. This glans penis is covered by this black layer. You can see foreskin. Okay, this opening. Okay, this opening is called urethral meatus. What is that? Urethral meatus or external urethral orifice.